fuse box here, and we're going to go over Vrask. This guy, it doesn't get any simpler than this, and absolutely does an amazing amount of healing. Alright, he's an HP champion, but this really should just be called a support champion, though HP is important. Let's look at his kit, because it will take about 10 seconds. A1, he attacks one enemy. It does fill his turn meter by 20%. If it's a crit, you're going to want him to crit, but this isn't the only reason. A2, attacks one enemy. Sounds amazing, right? So you don't have to have books on this guy. You get damage out of him. This cooldown matters zero at all. It does not matter. The only reason I booked him out is because he's so good. I'll go ahead and take that extra damage just to make my job easier when I'm taking him into Doom Tower, wherever I'm taking him. He's great in dungeons, and we'll go over all of it. It won't take long. So that's it. Attacks one enemy, attacks one enemy. He does get a little boost on his turn meter every time he crits. This is what makes him amazing. Flat out, he heals all allies by 10% of his max HP, which means you can control how big that gets, whenever he inflicts a critical hit. That's it. As easy as that. And he comes with a great aura. It's 33% in all dungeons for defense. That's great. So let's look at what makes this. Let's get the most we can out of this heal. And even though I've got a couple flaws, you'll see one right off the bat. But Masteries, pretty easy. He's going to be going against a lot of bosses, carrying you through dungeons. So go for War Master. Nothing really matters. You're just taking the crit rate. That absolutely helps. Crit damage is fine, and then just kind of straight into War Master. That's all you need. He's going to use his A1 a lot, so might as well get more damage out of it. Now, other than that, he is usable with. You could take Retribution, even go into Deterrence, and just try to get the extra A1s, because every time it takes an A1, it heals. As long as your crit rate is high, it's kind of like Seal of the Drakes. Only he can really have high HP without sacrificing defense and all the other things that she needs. So I went with, he needs no accuracy at all. I went with just boosting his HP, going for increasing his heals anytime anybody's under 40%. I do like Merciful Aid. It increases the amount of healing and the value of shields, which doesn't apply here, by 15% if anybody's under a stun, sleep, fear, true fear, or freeze. So we can increase those heals like in Doom Tower when people are stunning you, freezing you. Some of this really doesn't matter. I wanted to get to Lore of Steel, and I ended up using some interesting gear, but you'll get more out of any any sets of 2 that you're wearing, and you're probably going to have some HP set or Immortal set on him. And that just helps him get more HP or speed if you're looking for speed. And this really does not matter, but it heals him the first time an enemy's killed. This does nothing for me. Neither does Rapid Response or Arcane Celerity. It was the only way for me to get over here. A lot of these masteries just don't matter for him. I took extra speed if someone dies. None of this really matters. I just was boosting his heals as much as I could, going for Lore Steel, because over here there's not a whole lot that I need. He's not a damage dealer. I'm not saying he's horrible, but that's not what he's there for. You want him hitting and critting. So let's go ahead and look at right off the bat. The one thing wrong with my build is 85% crit. Obviously that needs to be 100. Well, I've got a lot of gear tied up in other heroes. This is my mid-tier account, by the way, not my main account. But that's fine. You want as much HP as you can find, and you do want to try to get 100% crit, and you're done. You're done. That's it. That's all you got to worry about. You don't need attack, defense. You want him to be, his speed to be at least with the rest of your team. Fast is good on this guy because he's going to take more turns, heal you even more. But none of the rest matters. A little bit of resistance is great, especially if you're using a resistance boost or something in Doom Tower. So, but this leaves you room to play with upping your resist. You just need HP and crit with good speed. That's it. So I've got him in Relentless because every time he takes an extra turn, I don't care if it's his A1 or A2. I prefer his A1. Matter of fact, back to the books. If you don't book this out, at least that last one, he'll use his A1 more, and that boosts his turn meter. His A1 boosts his turn meter by 20%, so technically his A1 is more useful. It's going to get him back to taking moves even faster. But trying to book him out. Guess where it all went? The one I didn't want, and I did book him out. But that's fine. Relentless gear just gives me extra turns, which means extra heals, and we're talking about 10% of 82,000. There will surely be some buffs going on and everything, so 8 to 9,000 every time he takes a swing. Definitely gonna keep people alive. Let's jump right into it. Like, one of the great places to use him, of course, this is as far as we've gotten so far on Doom Tower, but the Nether Spider. So, you want a lot of support. I'm bringing Seal, I'm bringing a Cleanse. Well, he's going to heal as much or more, to be honest, than Seal, because he's built with such high HP. And then I've got some shielding. I've got one good damage dealer, and basically we're going to go with this spider and not worry about what happens. So let's check it out. What we're going to do, there's no reason to slow this down. Let me stop it for 1 second. So he's right here on the right side of the screen. That's all you need to see. Everybody else will take care of everything. There he goes. We're going to heal for 9,300 every time. You notice I put an HP aura in the lead. That makes his heal even more effective. So there he goes again. And he got the extra turn, so there he goes again. 9,000 plus heals every time he takes a swing. Now you saw my 85% crit. If he missed there, right there, he hit it. If I miss one, I'll live, right? The only place he's not great is if his affinity doesn't line up. Then you've got that chance of actually getting a weak hit. Weak hits are going to mess his heals up. That's all you got to watch for is affinity. So, waves don't matter. We're through the waves. We've got one real damage dealer. A little bit of damage coming from Seal and Dracul, the way they're built. So what we want to do here, we want to heal up every time he takes a turn and get around to that cleanse to get all that stuff off of us. But here, we took heavy damage here. And no problem. We've got a continuous heal, but here he comes. Look at that. Look at that heal. 10,000 every time he takes a swing. So the AI works great. He's going to target the Nether Spider every time. It's as simple as that. Go, hit, crit, heal, right? Vrask. It's the easiest kit you'll ever see, but it is great. Man, in a really strong build, he can get you through some amazing things. So we've got Seal the Drakes. We're not worried about this. We've also got Reliquary Tender. The whole idea here is just bring support champions, bring some cleanses, bring lots of heals, and we've got it. We've got tons of heals. So we're going to look at, because we're taking good damage, we'll be able to compare his heals to Seal the Drake and to Reliquary Tender. I don't think there's going to be a contest. Seal will put up a fight, because she does heal based on everyone else's max HP, which means that she's healing Vrask for a lot. I also have a lot of HP on my Dracul, so she's got a chance to compete here. But what affinity is this guy? I didn't even think about matching all my affinities up, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna be fine. Got tons of heals, revives. So real quick, let's check it out. 500,000 from Vrask. He beat her by 2/3, by about a third. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. So yeah, there he is. We've even got heals from Dracul. He can heal like a machine. So let's just watch him do a little bit of work real quick somewhere else. So let's say it's time to load up on Masteries, and you want to take a team in. I better bring. Well, we'll see. I don't know if they're geared or not. I don't think so, but basically we're going to take the HP aura just because we happen to have one, and let him do the healing, and we'll just get through this boss purely by him keeping enough people alive to get through it. We really might want to bring one good damage dealer. I would say it's worth bringing somebody to do some serious damage, but you could run this, and that way you're leveling up 4 people in the Minotaur with a healer like him, much like Seal the Drakes can do. But we brought somebody for some serious damage to get us through this pretty quick. So Septimus is going to do what Septimus does. He has lost 0 value for me. I know a lot of people feel like he's lost a lot of value because of the 10% damage max nerf on these newer bosses. But if you're going to run stage 20, he can still one-shot things. So Septimus is still top shot for me. But here we go. Hey, we're just gonna keep these level 50s. I don't think any of them have gear. These are people that are waiting to come up. I really don't gear people until I'm using them. And he's going to keep him healed, which does not matter. Basically, he just needs to keep Septimus alive. If he keeps Septimus alive, we're going to get our scrolls. You could leave this with OMG Click. I can't stop bragging on this thing. Man, I have no affiliates, so I don't have to brag on BlueStacks when there's something better. OMG Click can run this, and it will stop running it when you hit max scrolls. It's absolutely the most ingenious thing. So you can run this all night while you're trying to get your Masteries on everybody, and be mastering out 3-4 at a time, as long as you've got him to keep you alive. Much like Seal of the Drakes, to be honest, but let's be honest, sometimes you just want to... He actually can heal better, because you're going to give him all HP. And he could certainly be built better than this on my mid-tier account, but he's good at it. He's good at it. And he heals even more when you've got an aura that increases his HP to 94,000. Now we're getting 9,400 heals. Easy as that. While you're asleep, you can be gaining scrolls on all your people. So here we got a start already. But having a healer like him can make it so much easier to get. So if this is the guy, he's not... I would not sit on him. Faction Wars, absolutely going to be important for your team. The Faction Wars is up. So I don't have man, I look where I'm at. Look where I'm at. Oh, this is not the orcs. My bad. Not the orcs. They're not open right now. I thought I was going to get to show him off. He's great for Faction Wars. You've got to have somebody keeping you alive, or a reviver. And the only other reviver I can think of that's easy to come by is maybe the Hermit, the old Hermit. I'm sure there's another one, but he's absolutely amazing at keeping everybody alive anywhere you go, and his kit is so easy. That's it. There's not much more to say. I would not sit on him. If you're needing extra heals, if you're still struggling through dungeons, maybe you do have Seal, but she's not enough. Maybe you don't have the gear yet. He can help you a ton. If you've got him, he's great anywhere his affinity allows him. You just don't want to bring him in anywhere where he's not going to crit. That's it. Enjoy your Vrask. Hopefully that'll help you out. Definitely one to put on your list for getting through Faction Wars. And let's keep it at that. He's an amazing healer. He does really nothing else, but he does bring that War Master hit to help you out on bosses. Does like okay damage for basically a support champion. Until next time, guys, enjoy the grind.